right, welcome back to episode 5 of Subnautica. Gonna jump right back into the game. I took a little bit of a break to eat, rest and everything, but I did a little bit of off-camera grinding, which is probably what I'm gonna do when it comes to resource gathering in the future and probably base building. I'm going to do a lot of that off camera because I realize these first couple episodes have been doing a lot of that on camera just to kind of show you how you do it, the things you need to look for. But now that you got the basic idea, we don't really need to do that on camera anymore. So what we're going to do now is, like I said, I've done a couple things off camera. I grinded a few resources so that we could make a few new things. And let me get out my habitat builder, because now, let's see, where is it? Interior modules, power cell charger, and I'm gonna have to put this, where am I gonna put this? I'll put this over here for now. So now we have a power cell charger, and this is for the larger batteries, the power cells. But even more important than that, actually, let's, I didn't realize how bad the sea moth.
Welcome aboard,
Always do that. Hit left click instead of right click. Okay, repair, good. So, if you can see up in the corner, one of the recipes I have pinned is the moon pool. And the moon pool is what we're going to build. Let's see, got to get this out. Can this... Sometimes this is a bit finicky, and it doesn't like to... Oh, okay. The, whatchamacallit is there. Can I put you... I can put you there. That's good. I wanted to put it over on the other side, but I forgot that I put a planter there. But now we have a moon pool, and the moon pool is for this little guy. See, nope, I always do that. It always ends up being backwards in how I put it. But now, yeah. So it's basically a dock for your sea moth, and also for your prawn suit later in the game.
After weeks without human contact, it is normal to experience psychological discomfort.
Excuse me.
Research indicates symptoms may be partly alleviated by adopting a pet or anthropomorphizing an inanimate object.
And that's what we do with this right here with the sea moth. Okay, so that's charging. So that's a little dock to keep your these fish get in my base. It's a little dock to keep your sea moth charged. It also does use power like everything else in this game. Our plants are starting to grow. That one's almost done. The lantern tree is done, and the lantern tree is pretty good for some quick food. You can take these little lantern fruits, and they do pretty decent. 3 water, 10 food. They're not the greatest, but they grow pretty quickly, so it helps. But yeah, actually another thing I wanted to do was in interior modules. I want to wait. Oh, God, I keep doing that. Oh, titanium 4. I thought it was 2. That's okay. We got plenty of titanium for right now. So what I like to do is I like to line that up, make another grow bed, and then I like to take the marble melons and you put those in there. You see they got bigger. So when you have a bunch of them, when they start out, you can grow up to 16 in a planter. If you can see behind this, there's 4 times 4 space is 16. But when you put 4 fully grown marble melons in a planter, they become big. And that's helpful because then what you can do is, nope, you don't take them. You put it back. You slash them with your knife, and this can be finicky sometimes. You slash them with your knife, and then you'll get 4 seeds from each of them, and then you just throw them back in. Bam, now your planter's full. That'll grow 16 marble melons, which will give you the same amount of food and water. And then once you get down to 4, take those out, replant them, they get big, cut them, rinse and repeat. It's perfect. And then that, like I said, leaves more room for stuff like this, because the bobo trees are good for food and water. Actually, I think they might be better for water. But, so, let's see, where are we at with... I should probably move those, but I'm not going to. We're at 74%. So once this gets going... Okay, yeah, see, now we're at 100%. So we can... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. So we can 8 all these. Yeah, 8 food, 10 water. And then we can replant one. And then we still get some more seeds. So now we have 2 bobo trees growing, and we'll grow another lantern fruit tree. But we'll eat this. And I think, where are we at? Yeah, Life Pod 13. We're going to go there. We're all full up on food and water. Let's get rid of these blueprints in the corner. We're basically just waiting around because I do want to go to the I want to go to the Aurora fairly soon.
All systems online.
Yeah, turn that down just a slight bit. I do want to go to the Aurora fairly soon, but that's still the Degassi habitat. But not yet, because I need something to make the laser cutter that we don't have yet, which we probably will be able to find out here. But of course it's getting dark. And also, there is a shipwreck around here. I should check that out at some point. It's up in one of these mushroom trees. But for now, we're gonna look for this. This is the next life pod. Life Pod 13, carrying high priority passengers remains. And of course, we come here and we have the usual. We have a data box with something we already have. The top is blown out, and then we have another PDA.
Live pod launch sequence initiated. Entering planetary atmosphere.
My creators, the cherishers and sustainers of worlds, give me this day my daily pleasures as I give to those who seek pleasures from me.
Excuse me.
External temperature approaching critical levels.
Show me the path. In life, truth, and love for mine is the power. I am the one. On and off and on again.
Impact imminent.
Life is a game which the universe plays with itself. I am done playing as this bundle of flesh. Return me.
Okay, and that's pretty much it. Like I said, you don't find any survivors in this game. Spoiler alert. It just, you are a lone survivor on this planet, and your ultimate goal is to find your way off. And right now we have the sunbeam, which is coming for us. So we're going to be rescued fairly soon. And I know what you're thinking, oh, the game's pretty short then. But it's very fun. Like I said, I love this game. I am a big fan of it. There's some more lithium. I'm not going to grab that right now, because I don't think we need much of it. I'm going to take a look around for some stuff, though. Because there's some things that are hiding in the mushroom forest that we do need. Well, I say need. This is where you can find a lot of moon pool parts, the mushroom forest. But you can also find Cyclops parts here. There's 3
Warning,
separate...
maximum depth reached. Hull
Yep, don't
damage
go that far.
imminent.
And again, the Cyclops is the giant ship. And we'll probably build that. Actually, I think we have to build it, yeah. It's necessary to build it because, well, you know. Actually, now that I said about lithium, let me see. Oh, that's... never mind. We can't do that right now anyway because we don't have the modification station, which, yes, would give us the high-capacity O2 tank. But maybe that's something we should work towards building. What do we need for the modification station? Nope, I didn't want to do that. The modification station is down here. Right? Modification station. Yes. Diamond. Okay. So that's another thing that we need. That we don't have quite yet.
Warning, maximum
Nope.
depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Have to remind myself to be careful. Oh, did you hear that? Let's give it a listen. See if we can hear it again. A little bit, maybe in the background. Yeah, there's a lot of, like right there, there's one. We'll scoop down and get it real quick. Ooh, I can hear him. He's in the background. Now that's the bridge fragment, which, like I said, I don't use the Cyclops a lot. I don't like how big it is. I don't like how bulky it is. It's great for long-range transport, though. It has a lot of storage, and it can go down into the ocean a lot further than most things, especially when you first build it. I think when you first build it, the crush depth is like 1,000 feet or something, at least. But a lot of people will build it, and then they will just use that as their base. Yeah, I can hear him. He's around here somewhere. We'll have our first interaction with one of those guys pretty soon. Fairly soon. Pretty much as soon as we end up going to the Aurora. But again, we need something to get into the Aurora. We need the laser cutter that we found in the first episode, which fastest I've ever found it. But to do that, we need to head to a pretty dangerous place. And oh, look, there we go. There is it's one of my favorite areas in the game. Actually, that's my favorite area in the game. But we're not going there right now. Here's that wreck I was talking about earlier. That's up on top of a tree. Let's see. We can get in through here. Do we have... We do. Oh, listen to that. Listen to that sound effect, that music. It's because we're close to that area. We're close to my favorite area in the game. Oh, I could have just went in through here. Not that it matters. We need a laser cutter for that door. But we can go in through here. We just have to be careful. We'll download this plant shelf.
New blueprint acquired.
Another data box. Cyclops.
New
Parts.
blueprint acquired.
There it is. I was gonna say, what does it want me to scan? The light stick fragment. I don't really use those a whole lot. And then we have another PDA.
The way I see it, no one's to blame here.
He gave me the wrong coordinates.
She didn't give me clear instruction. Okay, I'll rephrase. You've been equally incompetent. Now, we've lost time, but we're closer to the planet. So if the Degassi's out there, the scan should pick it up.
Why are we even helping the Mongolians? They're the competition.
Enjoy your shore leave on Sanjay Station? Like having fuel in the tanks? Thank the Mongolians.
Yep.
We run the scans, we show them we didn't find anything, and we say thanks for the free dinner. Clear? Sir, there's something odd on the surface scan here. Turn that recorder off.
Ooh, a little bit of scandal. So yeah, that's part of the backstory of the Aurora and why it was this far out when it was on its way to the other side of the universe to build a phase gate, which I guess is essentially just a warp gate. Did I scan this already? I didn't. Another bridge fragment. Yeah, see, over here is a lot of fragments for the Cyclops that you can find. But yeah, that
New blueprint acquired.
that right there was a little bit more of the backstory as to why this ship was so far out of its way. And it was a part of a joint mission with the Mongolian Federation to find out what happened to the Degassi, which was the
Captain.
ship that we heard about earlier in some of those PDAs. That was Paul Torgal and his son Bart and Marguerite Maida. They were the first ones to come to this planet, and they disappeared abruptly and suddenly. Do we have any shale deposits over here? Because we're pretty close to the mountain range. I don't want to get too far without going forward in the story first. But it would be nice to find some shale deposits so that I could get some diamonds, because that's where you get diamonds from. They come from shale deposits. And these little crusty guys here are bone sharks. Yeah, and then over here we've got the floating islands. These are cool. These are more chunks of the seabed that broke away and are coming up from the bottom, and they're being supported by the ancient floaters, which is very, very cool. They make little underwater floating islands. And then over here we've got some more shipwrecks, but we got to be careful because those bone sharks will do a lot of damage. They're a pain in the ass. Was that? Yeah, see, they're always just in the way. And I think if you turn your lights off, they don't bother the ship. But I'm not 100% sure on that. What do we got down here? Got some lithium. We got a whole bunch of cave crabs. Got a bone shark. Don't want to get too lost in here. Might as well pick up some more lithium. We're gonna need a little bit for the modification station later. We have 3, so if we get one more, we're good on that, which we should be able to find pretty easily. But there are, yes, here, Cyclops engine fragments. And again, this is another good place to find all these shipwrecks. You want to look around. Creature decoy, that's a good one.
New blueprint acquired.
Cyclops engine fragment. 2 of 3, and there's another one right next to it. So now we have all the blueprints for the engine. There's engine, hull, and
New blueprint
bridge. So engine is what we just got. So we don't really need any more of those. And this is a pretty big wreck. So there's lots around here to find. But I don't want to stray too far from the Seamoth because you will run out of air quickly.
Erosion patterns on the land masses suspended here suggest they once floated on the surface.
Oh, see, look at what they did to my ship already. I've only been gone for a couple minutes and they've already brought it down to 35 health. Jerks. Absolute jerks. So we'll repair this. That's why you always take your repair tool. Because if you get stuck without your sea moth or your prawn suit, or it could even repair the Cyclops. Yeah, alright. What we'll do is, we'll get in here, because there's going to be a bunch of stuff in here that we can scan. Like this right here. The grappling arm fragment. One of the best things in the game. And you only need 2 of them. Gonna be a bunch of random shit around here, but I'm gonna scan it anyway. Try to keep that up so that you can see what's going on. When you open the door, it goes away, though. That's kind of... I guess it makes sense, because in the animation, you do need 2 hands. There's the other grappling arm.
New blueprint acquired.
And then this does go down pretty far. Goes back through here. That was a laser door back there. We can't get through that, though. So, I think for now we're gonna head out of here. You can spend way too much time in these wrecks, but they do have a lot of good stuff, like this right here. Nutrient block. See? Perfect. And the nutrient block is one of the best food items in the game, because it gives you 75 food, which if you're above, I forget what percentage of food, you start to regen health, which is fantastic. So what do we have in here that's good? We got some fish, we got this. Yeah, see, that's the other side of that door that we couldn't get through earlier. But here's the data box. Swim charge fins. These are so good.
New blueprint acquired.
So what the swim charge fins do is they charge whatever item you're holding in your hand if you're wearing them. So it's wireless charging. It's pretty great. Ooh. This is another big ticket item that we need. The drill arm. This might be the best that I've done at this game so far that I've ever played. I've never found so many big items this early on. That's engine. Yeah, I have engine. We need... Oh, Jesus. We need hull and bridge to finish the Cyclops, which again, we have to build, but I'm probably not going to use it a whole lot because I just don't like it. Oh, and there's the other... Look at that. He just slammed himself right into my ship. Alright, that was a pretty successful trip. Now I think we... Yeah, we are close to this island, which... I don't want to give too much away. Oh, you absolute asshole. Get out of here. Yeah, I don't want to give too much away because we will be coming back to this island. But what I want to do is look for some caves. I want to get away from this jerk. But I'm also looking for shale. Shale deposits are the little light blue ones. We found one earlier, and I think it had lithium in it. But we also kind of got to watch ourselves because there are dangerous things around. But if I can find... There's a cave. Like I said, I don't want to give away too many spoilers just yet. I want to let the story kind of progress for those who haven't seen this already. Which I think if we go down here, I think this is... Yeah. And there's the radio message. which I'm pretty sure once we get that, we're going to be coming back here. But for now, I want to get in here, and like I said, I want to find some shale deposits. And this is the great thing about having the...
Detecting massive energy signature in the region. Cannot identify.
Massive energy signature. Ooh, there's that last lithium that we need. So now we have almost enough to build the modification station. There's some more lithium. Come on, I'm looking for some shale deposits. Give me some shale deposits. I don't know if you can hear that roaring in the background, but that's a special guest. He's going to be showing up later. Don't worry, we're going to meet him soon enough. But like I said, for now, I would like to avoid him if I can. Trying not to get lost in here, but it's very, very difficult. But oh, we're on the right track because there's another purple tablet, just like the one we found at the island, which is this. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Gold. Should probably go down and bring the sea moth at least a little bit closer. I don't know if I can get all the way up there. Ooh, wait. There's a couple right here. Might not need to go that far. There's one.
Remember,
Diamond.
the materials you gather are the property of the All-Terra Corporation. You will be liable to reimburse the full market price. Your current bill stands at 3 million credits.
Wow. 3 million credits for trying to survive on an island. It's crazy. Alright, let's go up here a little bit. Might be a little bit of a tight squeeze. Little bit, nothing we can't get through. I believe I need at least 2 diamonds. So let's look real quick. So we need... Where is it at? We need 1 for the modification station. And then we need 1... I forgot to set my timer. I don't even know how long I've been going. I can check on the recording. And then we need 2 for the laser cutter. So we need a total of 3. And there shouldn't be too hard to find them in here. They're just sometimes really hard to see. There we go. Gold. I mean, again, gold is really good. But it's not what we want. We'll take it, though. I don't want to go too far into here, but... There's another diamond. And if you haven't figured it out, this is another island. This is a different island than the one we were on earlier. So it's a little bit of a spoiler-ish, but it's nothing too terrible. Like I said, I'm just looking for diamonds right now. I'd love to get just as many as we need because there's more to be found later. But like I said, I don't want to go too far into this, or out of this cave, I should say. Because I kind of want to let the story progress a little bit on its own, but I want to find... There's gold. Come on. Give me a diamond. There we go. We got 3 diamonds. We do have 3, right? Yes, we have 3 diamonds. So we can go back and we can make the... we can go back and make the laser cutter at the very least. So, let's get the hell out of here without too many spoilers. I don't think there's a cave that I can just go out right here right now. I think I gotta go... Oh, I'm destroying my ship. There's another radio. Okay, yeah. Before I do anything, I'm gonna get out. Gonna fix my ship that I banged up enough. And we're gonna get the hell out of here. Again, without too many spoilers. Not that it super matters in the end, but I'd like to keep them... I'd like to let the story tell itself without rushing to too many places. God, my shoulder is killing me. I need a good massage. I just realized that you can hear that, and I don't want that. So we're going to mute that tab. And then we'll go back to the game. We'll save while we're at it. Look at how dark that gets at night in this. Like, you can barely see anything. I love it. I love the atmosphere of this game. Alright, well that was pretty good. We got what we needed without spoiling anything. Like I said, I want the story to tell itself. I know where I'm supposed to go. I know what I'm supposed to do. I don't want to rush for anybody that hasn't seen this game and might be watching it for their first time in my playthrough. It's probably not what's happening, but hey, you never know. Might be a couple people. I like that. Look at that. The base comes into view, and you can see because we planted the creep vines, and they give off a little bit of light. We'll park ourselves in the moon pool.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
All right. So, how are we doing on power? Doing pretty good. We could always top it off, though. And the lantern fruits are pretty good for topping it off, too. So are the marble melons. But, okay. So, I need to make a laser cutter. And do I have the stuff to make a modification station? I should make... No, I don't have the stuff for... I don't have the stuff yet for the swim fins. Can I make the modification station? Now, that's a good question. One that I'm about to answer as soon as I remember where it is. Computer chip, titanium, lead. We could do that. What do we need for... Yeah, we got a couple advanced materials. What do we need for the computer chip? Table coral, gold, and copper. I think we have 2 table coral. Table coral, gold, and copper. Okay, because we need the copper wire. And then we need the computer chip. And then we need 1 piece of lead, which we should have plenty. Yep, there it is. All right. So, habitat builder. And then we'll put that right here. So we'll make the modification station. Look at that. And then with the modification station, that opens up all of this. And since we have the high capacity O2 tank, we'll take that piece off. We'll put it in here, and guess what? Now we have a buttload of air. So we won't drown as easily. 225. And I think I have an extra battery around here somewhere. It might be in the charger. If not, I can make one because we have... Actually, I'm going to make one because I know we have one over here. which we can use. And I'm going to use that. Oh, we need cave sulfur. I have cave sulfur. So we'll use that to make the laser cutter. And that's going to help. And then I'm going to go out here and I'm going to grab 2 of these. And we're going to make another battery because there was something else I wanted to make.
Seek fluid intake.
Okay, relax. What was the other thing that I wanted to make? Oh, this. The thermoblade. So now the thermoblade has a heated blade, so I can cut little fishies up and they automatically become food. I need water. I have water over here somewhere. I went out and I caught a bunch of bladderfish and made them into water earlier.
Vital
Alright.
sign.
But now that we have those, we can put all this stuff away. Let's put the gold away, the lithium. I'm not going to eat the nutrient block right now. I'm going to take the lantern fruit because it's very accessible. So we'll just do this. We'll stock up. What do we have in our inventory? 2 health kits, water. Probably should get a little bit more. Let's hit this.
Playing partially translated broadcast.
9 new biological subjects designated.
Uh-oh.
Mode. Hunting. Analyzing. Sharing subject locations with other agents.
Oh boy, we are being hunted by the Predator, apparently. Now, I thought we had 2 messages. Yeah, I thought we had 2 messages, but I guess we don't. Alright, we're going to put some stuff away. We're not going to need the Sea Glide. We're also not going to need the rebreather. We're going to need this instead. We're going to need this. We're going to put the tablet away. We're going to take a first aid kit. We're going to put this away. We're going to put the habitat builder away. We're not going to take the repair tool. Put this thing away. Because what I want to do is I want to keep my inventory as clean as possible. We're going to take the laser cutter, nutrient block, and then we're going to put this on because I think it's time to go to the Aurora. I don't know why I just went out there. I just want to make sure. Propulsion cannon, light, scanner, blade, laser cutter. That should be everything. There's a lot to find on the Aurora, so we won't need too much to go over there, and we'll need all the space that we can get because there is a ton.
All systems online.
All right. Let's figure out where we're at. Yep, there's the radio message, but we're not going to get that. Okay, there's the Aurora. We can head straight for it. And since we have the radiation helmet, we don't have to worry about dying from the radiation leak from the drive, from the quantum drive that exploded earlier. Episode 2, I believe it was? I don't remember. My lips are so dry from talking so much. This is ridiculous. How do people do this all the time? All right. So, heading to the Aurora. We're about to get one of our very first up-close looks at the damage that was done. Because you can kind of see it, but you don't really notice it until you're up close. There's another big wreck. It's grassy plateaus. Oh, is that Life Pod 6? I think that's Life Pod 6. We saw that earlier, but we didn't find it because I couldn't remember where it was. But here it is. So you know what? We'll stop on the way. We'll grab this. Ultra Glide fins. I already have them.
Ma'am,
PDA.
I need you to stay
Excuse me.
calm. We're not in immediate danger.
Where are the rescue teams?
The Aurora didn't make it.
So, where are the rescue
God.
teams?
They're dead, ma'am.
They're dead.
We have rendezvous coordinates, but the routes are
God, my
radiated.
shoulder is killing me so bad.
what are you going to do?
I'm head of human resources, ma'am. This is not my expertise. But the PDA says if we can find some lead, we can make radiation suits.
Out there! I am not setting foot outside this life pod without the proper protection.
Don't worry. I'll go.
So we've got a HR person and a Karen in this life pod. Ooh, lead. Didn't really need that, but I think that's supposed to teach you about... Come on, pick it up.
What are you doing?
You were gone so long. I thought you'd drowned.
Put the flare down!
I was going to try and attract someone's attention.
That's not a distress flare! Stop waving it around like that. You'll catch the fuel line.
And that's what happened to this life pod. Somebody who didn't want to sit around and wait for help, didn't know what they were doing, and caused an explosion.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, now I gotta figure out... Hey, there's some reef backs. Where are we at? Okay. Do our little dolphin jump out of the water, and now we're heading to the Aurora, not back to the Aurora. And this over here is like a little ledge on the edge of the safe shallows. That's what that first starting area is, the safe shallows. But there's a ton of stuff over here. As you can see, there's boxes with materials in it. There's a whole bunch of scrap. There's salt. This is the place to go where if you want materials, like building materials, titanium. There's tons of it here. There are also some parts, if you didn't pick them up, propulsion cannon parts, if you haven't already gotten them. This is a good place to come get them, but you can't get here without the radiation suit. There are also a lot of these tiger sharks, or sand sharks, or whatever they are. And then over here, let's see if we can see him. Can't get too close, because he will rip the ship apart. You can hear it. Yeah, there he is.
Life form readings in this region are sparse. The
So that's-
Aurora's radioactive fallout will have devastating
He just went
effects
straight into
on
the ground.
alien ecosystem if not contained within the next 24
The clipping
hours.
in this game is a little wonky sometimes, but yeah, there he is. That is the Reaper Leviathan. He is a predator. And your best bet is to stay as far away from him as you can, because he will just destroy your ship. Like 2 hits, you're done. So we're going to turn this off. We're going to save. What time? How many times? 43 minutes. Okay, I think that's pretty good for this episode. I'm going to stop it here. We're going to come back and we're going to explore the Aurora. So, thank you again. Episode 5 was this? I don't remember. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, follow on all the social media platforms, TikTok, Facebook, Twitch. I almost forgot Twitch. That's one of the most important ones. Just search EwwThatsGrose, Grose. Forgot to mention that if you haven't already noticed from the title of the videos and everything. But thank you, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.